This goose was found with a broken beak. The goose couldn't eat, became underweight, and so it put its trust in doctors and 3D designers who created a beak prosthesis for it. This adorable little parrot also lost its beak, but humans gave him a second chance by creating a plastic prosthetic.
Vegan, good for you, good for the world.
With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Műsoraink sok nyelvet tartalmaznak. Kérjük, tekintse meg itt suprememastertv.com/schedule és suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message, entitled Knowing Which is the Real Master, Monk, or Priest, Part 5 of 10, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on July 31st, 2024.
For decades, Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, has illuminated our world with her divine teachings. A fully enlightened master, she imparts the Kuan Yin method of meditation to those desiring to immediately discover the God nature within to achieve in one lifetime eternal liberation from the cycle of transmigration. The Kuan Yin method has been practiced by all enlightened masters, such as the worshipped world-honored one Shakyamuni Buddha, vegan, the worshipped Son of God Jesus Christ, vegetarian, the venerated master and philosopher Confucius, vegetarian, the venerated Lord Krishna, vegetarian, the venerated master and philosopher Lao Tzu, vegan, the venerated Lord Mahavira, vegan, the beloved prophet Muhammad, vegetarian, peace be upon him, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, vegetarian, and many more. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, emphasizes that if we always remember God, render selfless service to others, and follow the laws of the universe, we will reach our highest potential as humans and truly understand our purpose on Earth. An extraordinary living example of compassion, she lovingly and regularly sends material and financial assistance to refugees, the homeless, natural disaster victims, and others needing relief. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, receives love and recognition from various organizations, media, governments, individuals, and many awards, such as the 2006 Gusi Peace Prize, considered the Nobel Peace Prize of the East, the World Spiritual Leadership Award in 1994, the Mahavir Award in 2008, February 22nd and October 25th, both proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day, an honorary citizen of the United States, etc., and has been honored throughout the years with numerous other awards and accolades for her outstanding philanthropic and humanitarian deeds. etc. We apologize for not being able to show many other awards and honors for lack of space and time. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, respectfully thank all special individuals, organizations, leaders, and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness. Wishing you the best. A true voice for our beautiful animal friends, Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, promotes the peaceful, loving plant-based diet and envisions, with humanity's awakening to the sacredness of all life, a tranquil and glorious all-vegan world, where people of both animal and human kingdoms live in respectful harmony. Her initiatives included alternative living flyer distribution, the international vegan restaurants Loving Hut, vegan food companies, vegan fur products, Supreme Master Television, as well as writing and speaking to influential government and media leaders, participating in televised conferences on climate change, etc. Whether we're aware of it or not, her efforts have had an enormous influence on global awareness of the animal people-friendly lifestyle and how this benevolent way can bring lasting peace among nations while saving our planet from climate change and disasters.
Người thanh thanh, môi đỏ và mắt xanh, tia nhìn như trăng rằm, nụ cười thơm như trầm. Cho ai về thao thức, muốn nói mà lặng câm, muốn nhìn mà quay mặt, khép nép tình trăm năm. I have to thank God and all the masters of all times for these conveniences and merits that we have. But there is also a downside to it, because the more comfortable we are, the more we want this and that, like the neighbors, and we forget the spiritual way of life that we should live by. We should live a spiritual life, not material life. The material way of life is just to help us to sustain the physical being, physical body, so that we can continue to practice, so that we can go into a higher level of spiritual dimension in order to help others around us as well, not just us alone. Especially nowadays, we are in big trouble. Wherever you look, there are always reports about all kinds of disasters and diseases, all kinds of pandemics, all kinds of flu. It always renews. Always some new disease, a new virus, and I also never heard of them before. Oh my God, so many. You can't even remember them all. I hope they can make a list for you of the old ones and the new ones, so that you can have an idea of how dangerous it is for us to even live in this kind of world.
Major natural disasters, ongoing humanitarian crises. death tolls of zoonotic pandemics and epidemics in the past century. Estimate. Spanish flu, 1918 to 1920. An estimated 500 million cases and 50 to 100 million deaths, with an economic cost of at least $3 billion. Asian flu, 1957 to 1958. Over 500 million cases and 1 to 4 million deaths, with an economic cost of over $9 billion. Hong Kong flu, 1968 to 1969. Over 500 million cases and 1 to 4 million deaths, with an economic cost of more than $34 billion. HIV, AIDS, 1970s to ongoing, an estimated 85.6 million cases and 40.4 million deaths and counting. The economic cost is $144 billion and counting. Ebola virus disease, 1976 and 2014 to ongoing, an estimated 35,123 cases and 15,485 deaths and counting, with economic cost of at least $53 billion. Variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, mad cow disease, 1986 to ongoing, 231 cases and counting. 100% of cases fatal, with an economic cost of at least $30 billion and counting. SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, 2002 to 2004, 8,098 cases and 774 deaths, 10% of cases fatal. The estimated economic cost is over $40 billion. Avian flu, 2003 to ongoing, 2,629 cases and 1,110 deaths and counting. 42.3% of cases fatal. The estimated economic cost is at least $13 billion and counting. Worryingly, a new variant of H5N1 that emerged in 2020 has not only spread farther than ever before among birds, but has also spilled over into other animals, raising the specter of a human outbreak. Science News, March 2023. Swine flu, 2009 to 2010, an estimated 1.4 billion cases and 575,000 deaths, with an economic cost of over $50 billion. MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, 2012 to ongoing, 2,605 cases and 937 deaths and counting. 36% of cases fatal. The estimated economic cost is at least $10 billion and counting. Mpox, monkeypox, 1970 to ongoing, 95,764 confirmed cases and 174 confirmed deaths, plus 70 suspected cases unverified due to lack of testing capacity and counting. The economic cost is estimated to be over $135.1 million and counting. COVID-19, 2019 to ongoing, an estimated 774.1 million cases and 7.01 million deaths as of January 22nd, 2024 and counting. Emerging major infectious diseases and potential symptoms by continent. Etc.
You must really have a very big store of goodness in order to survive on this planet, especially nowadays in such a Dharma ending age when the world's end is approaching. When people kept asking me when I went on the European tour, they asked me about 2000. If the year 2000 will be the end of the world, I say, no problem. I will be there. Don't worry, you see me. So the world is still here. And they also asked because the Maya calendar ends, they didn't make any more calendars after 2012. So they thought, okay, 2012 will be the end of the world. But at that time, I still was very powerful. I thought, it won't be any problem. I can help with that. I didn't say that to people, but I said, I won't be a problem. We'll be there, don't worry. And these days, I don't dare say that anymore. Not that I don't care about all beings on this planet anymore, but I'm not sure anymore how much I still can help. So many forces against us, even some forces from heaven, because heaven shed tears, feeling so bad, so sorry for the victims on this planet, the victims including humans, animal people, all kinds of harmless and defenseless beings like trees, plants. Everywhere is so destroyed. And we have more and more viruses, more and more disasters and diseases these days. All the time, everywhere. If you watch the news or you look on the web, you will see just disaster, disaster, and disaster. Disease, disease, and disease. And nevertheless, we live on and rely on the grace of God and the mercies of the Son of God and the compassion of all the masters, representatives of God. Just day by day, we live on. We are keeping Supreme Master Television so that I can connect with the whole world, not just with a group of my disciples like in those old days anymore. Because people maybe coincidentally, they will hear my voice and they will also be helped. If they coincidentally see my face, they will also be helped. I promise all of you that. It's just that how much help depends also on their karma, on their retribution. I want no one on this planet to go to hell at all, but it still happens. Even though I know that it will be just temporarily and they will be free soon and be reborn as humans again. But if we don't have this planet anymore, where will they be born? Maybe another planet, perhaps, if they have enough criteria, enough merit to be born on such a planet.
Ai có biết lòng ai khe ấp chẳng nên lời, hãy nhìn trong đáy mắt bao sóng tình lên khơi, tình vui hàng lý dập, tình nồng đôi cánh môi, người ơi người ơi người ơi.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
I couldn't make the connection between what I was eating, what was on my plate, and the living animal. When I realized this connection, veganism became my lifestyle and my philosophy. Mirko Bergamasco, vegan.
Peace is happening around our world.
Peace News number 41 of Mini and counting.
There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments. Etc.
November 2023. The highest-ranking diplomats of China, Japan, and Korea hold a meeting where the participants agree to re-establish an annual trilateral partnership-building summit between the leaders of the three countries that has not occurred in 4 years. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
Spontaneous viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled Knowing Which is the Real Master, Monk, or Priest, Part 5 of 10 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is Love and Light of Lord Krishna, Vegetarian, from the Letters of Sri Aurobindo, Vegetarian, Part 2 of 2, on Words of Wisdom, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, heaven, Godspeed.